Top 10 most powerful countries in Africa. Top 10 most powerful countries in Africa. So when we talk of powerful countries in Africa, we are looking at their military strength and then their economy. Yes, so the military strength and then their GDP, the economy makes them the most powerful countries in Africa. And then currently, these are the top 10 countries that are leading the race, the top 10 most powerful countries in Africa. Coming at 10th position is Sudan. Yes, Sudan is the 10th strongest or the 10th most powerful country in Africa. And Sudan is ranked number 76 in the world. Africa, Sudan is the 10th most powerful country. And then in the world, Sudan is the 76th most powerful country in the world. 10th in Africa, then 76th in the world. Sudan has a GDP of $51.6 billion. And then with the Sudanese passport, you can travel to 79 countries without visa. You can travel to 79 countries with the Sudanese passport without a visa. And this makes them the 10th most powerful country in Africa. Coming at 9th position is Tunisia. Tunisia is the 9th most powerful country in Africa. And then in the world, Tunisia is placed at number 74. So Tunisia is the 74th most powerful country in the world. And then in Africa, it is the 9th most powerful country in Africa. Tunisia has a GDP of $46.6 billion. $46.6 billion. That is the GDP of Tunisia. With the Tunisian passport, you can travel to 99 countries without a visa. Get the passport, you can travel to 99 countries without a visa. Number 8 on the list is DR Congo. DR Congo is the 8th most powerful country in Africa. 8th most powerful country in Africa. And then in the world, DR Congo is the 73rd most powerful country in the world. In Africa, DR Congo is number 8. Then in the world, DR Congo is number 73. 8th most powerful country in Africa, and then 73rd most powerful country in the world. DR Congo has a GDP of $64.7 billion. $64.7 billion. That is the GDP of DR Congo. With the DR Congo passport, you can travel to 79 countries without a visa. 79 countries without a visa. That makes DR Congo the 8th most powerful country in Africa. The 7th most powerful country in Africa is Morocco. Morocco is the 7th most powerful country in Africa. And then Morocco is placed at 61st position in the world. So in the world, Morocco is the 61st most powerful country in the world. And then in Africa, it is placed at 7th. So number 7 in Africa, then number 61 in the world. Morocco has a GDP of $130 billion. $130 billion. That is the GDP of Morocco. And with the Moroccan passport, you can travel to 73 countries without a visa. You can travel with a Moroccan passport to 73 countries without a visa. It makes them the 7th most powerful country in Africa. Number 6, the 6th most powerful country in Africa is Angola. Yes, Angola is placed at the 6th position as the 6th most powerful country in Africa. And then in the world, Angola is placed at number 55. The 55th most powerful country in the world is Angola. Angola has a GDP of $106.8 billion. $106.8 billion. That is the GDP of Angola. And with the Angola passport, you can travel to 87 countries without a visa. 87 countries without a visa with the Angola passport. That makes them the 6th most powerful country in Africa. Number 5 on the list, the 5th most powerful country in Africa is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is placed at the number 5 position. And then in the world, Ethiopia is the 49th most powerful country in the world. In the world, Ethiopia is number 49. Then in Africa, Ethiopia is number 5. Ethiopia has a GDP of $126.8 billion. 126.8 billion. That is the GDP of Ethiopia. And with the Ethiopia passport, you can travel to 83 countries without a visa. 83 countries without a visa. That is with the Ethiopian passport. Number 4 on the list is Nigeria. Nigeria comes as the 4th most powerful country in Africa. And Nigeria is placed at number 39 in the world. The 39th most powerful country in the world is Nigeria. And then in Africa, Nigeria is number 4 on the list. Nigeria has a GDP of $476.6 billion. $476.6 billion. That is the GDP of Nigeria. And with the Nigerian passport, you can travel to 28 countries without a visa. 28 countries without a visa with the Nigerian passport. So Nigeria is the 4th most powerful country in Africa. The 3rd most powerful country in Africa is South Africa. South Africa is number 3 on the list, the 3rd most powerful country in Africa. And then in the world, South Africa is placed at number 33. The 33rd most powerful country in the world is South Africa. South Africa has a GDP of $405.3 billion. $405.3 billion. That is the GDP of South Africa. And with the South African passport, you can travel to 68 countries without a visa. 68 countries without a visa with the South African passport, which makes them the 3rd most powerful country in Africa. The 2nd most powerful country in Africa is Algeria. Algeria comes 2nd, the number 2. The 2nd most powerful country in Africa is Algeria. Then in the world, Algeria is placed at number 26. The 26th most powerful country in the world is Algeria. Number 26 in the world, the number 2nd in Africa. Algeria has a GDP of $195 billion. $195 billion is the GDP of Algeria. And with the Algerian passport, you can travel to 91 countries without a visa. 91 countries without a visa with the Algerian passport, which makes them the number 2nd or the 2nd most powerful country in Africa, Algeria. If you like this list and want more lists like this, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share our video for others. The first country, the most powerful country, the number 1 country, the most powerful country in Africa is Egypt. Egypt is the most powerful country in Africa. And then in the world, Egypt is the 15th most powerful country in the world. Yes, number 1 in Africa, the number 15 in the world. Egypt has a GDP of $476.7 billion. $476.7 billion. That is the GDP of Egypt. With the Egyptian passport, you can travel to 72 countries without a visa. Yes, so 72 countries without a visa with the Egyptian passport. This makes them the most powerful country in Africa. Thank you for watching this video. See you in our next video. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and then subscribe to the channel. See you.